Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be seeing what's wrong with my back tire and what's happened to it. And just a little interesting fact here, I've noticed that 98% of the people who watch this video are actually not subscribers. So please subscribe if you can. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps the channel out. It helps that YouTube algorithm pick up this video and show it to other people. So let's get this video started and let's do this thing. So as you notice, I'm in a little bit of a different setup than normal, so there's probably hopefully not too much echo here. I'm hearing it a bit myself. I'm hoping it's not coming over onto the actual video, but let's have a look at the problem that I have with my back tire. So what I noticed during the last tire wash is if I take the tire and I put it at a point, let's say over here, let it go, it immediately rotates down to the bottom where the valve is. Do it again. So that indicates that there's something gone wrong, and I have a suspicion that it's got to do with the sealant inside the tire has become hard, and it's all settled at the bottom of the tire over here. And coincidentally, it's just in line with the valve. So what normally causes this type of problem is if you inflate the tire in its lowest position, all the sealant comes to the bottom over here, and while you're inflating the tire, especially with CO2, there obviously comes through there, pushes against or blows against the sealant at the bottom here, and the sealant immediately starts to dry and then actually sticks to the tire and becomes hard at the bottom there, and then causes this counterbalance problem that I have over here. So the only way to confirm this is to actually open the tire and see what's really happening inside. So the tools that I'm going to be using is this valve remover or valve core remover, and then 2 tire levers. But before we start, we obviously need to remove the tire or the wheel from the bicycle. So on the SRAM cassette, we just push this forward over here, the derailleur, and there's a little button at the bottom over here that you push in, just keeps it tight there. And then on the other side, we just loosen the axle and then pull that out, put that away safely. Move the derailleur back and then pull the tire out. Now that the tire is off the bike, we can actually take the valve out. So we just take the valve stem remover tool over here, plug that on there, we just screw that out. That'll release all the air. Now that's been done, we can just take the tire levers and get them in there. Obviously they're quite tight at the moment, so you can just break the bead against the rim itself to make life a bit easier. I'll just put the 1 tire lever in. You don't need 2, but I'm going to use 2. Makes life a little bit easier. So we'll just get that in as well. Take that off. In fact, I'm going to take the entire tire off. It'll make life a little bit easier. So once again, I'm just going to break the bead over here to make life a bit easier. Okay, then just remove the rim. That aside. Now I can immediately see what's happened here is all the sealant in the tire has decided to become hard and set, and it's basically just looking like this coming out of here, which I'm not going to lie to you is pretty disgusting. And I think what's happened here is I've mixed 2 sealants, and they may have had a reaction against each other and caused this set to set like this, because this is quite a big mass that has decided to set in the tire and form this. So I'm guessing the mystery is solved. and it's this is what's happened to the sealant in the tire. And I think the reason why it's done this is because I took two different types of sealant. Can't remember what the name of the two is, but I mixed them together, thinking that as the one is a lot coarser than the other one, it would give sort of like a better sealing ability. But as you can see, I think the two have reacted against or with each other and caused the two to set. I don't think it's got anything to do with inflating the tire at that point, because I mean I ride the bike every single weekend and sometimes 3-4 times a week, and so the wheel's continuously spinning. It's not sitting in one spot. It hasn't got hard because it's sat in at one spot. I don't inflate the tire with the valve directly at the bottom to force air over the sealant and maybe get it to set like that. I think this is just a reaction that has occurred between two different types of sealant. So I'm going to have to say lesson learned there. Don't mix the two sealants, and in case they react against each other and form this type of condition. And the actual interesting thing about it is I put about 200 milliliters of sealant about 2 weeks ago into the tire. There's no trace of that sealant. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I'm riding and I'll have no problem against punctures. But this is what's happened to the sealant. It's just become hard. I've had absolutely no puncture protection there whatsoever. So don't do that. Just put one type of sealant in. So what I'm going to do now is just clean this tire up on the inside, wash it out, wash the rim out, and then put new sealant in, put the tire back on, and now I should be ready to go. I'll probably have to check the front tire as well to make sure I don't have the same sort of problem. But yeah, I think that was a hard lesson to learn. And if you want to know how to put the sealant in the tire, I'm going to leave a link to the video above there on how I did that. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.